Awesome, guys. So this is the point of Talking Nachos, a fun, fast-paced show to share with you business, leadership, reduce cry inside topping. So I'm ready for my next guest here. This is what dentistry is like. It's a true nacho plate of stuff. We heard from Josh, his story-based website. Now we have a fellow dentist, fellow person like me, Dr. Kareem, and I love the name of his company, an awesome sponsor, Kasper. Kareem, tell us about where you're sitting, what you do in your daily dental life, and then what Kasper does to help dentists increase their success and decrease stress. I think we got to unmute you now, Kareem. Sorry, Kareem. Are you unmuted there?
There we go. Awesome.
Perfect. Cool.
Hey, Dr. Paul, how are you? So
Great.
before I even get into that, I just want to give a shout out to Josh because I met him like 2 months ago. And for me, as a fellow dentist, obviously reviews and Google and, the best business that you can get is word of mouth. So he's a really cool dude. We met his team a couple months ago. So I definitely support him. I support what he's about.
Thanks for saying that.
I love what he's doing. So just from, a fellow colleague and a fellow person in dentistry, I definitely do believe in what they're doing. And I think they add a tremendous amount of value to your practice because your branding and your image and who you are online and what your patients think of you, it's the first impression that matters. So
thanks for saying that.
And his team. And I always respect people that do good things that help our profession grow. And, can help dentists be more profitable and work less and make dentistry more enjoyable. As you said in the beginning, it's tough to be a dentist. Yeah. Everybody thinks we're rolling in money, which is not true. There are a few dentists that are rolling in money, but that's like rare and few. The rest of us have to really work really hard and earn every penny that we make. So,
and you're a practice dentist. Tell us, before you tell us about Kasper, tell me, just because I want our audience to know, and I love to, what's your dental day-to-day dentist life like? You're a practice owner.
So I'm a startup owner. We opened up 2 years ago. Because of our marketing, because of our awesome presence online and the way we interact with our patients, we see over 100 new patients a month.
Awesome.
As a startup, we don't actually do much marketing, to be honest, because of just word of mouth, the way we've established ourselves, our website, etc. Everyday dentistry for me is just like I told you, the grind. It's tough. It's really tough to be a dentist. And there's a lot of people that come through your door and they want to sell you another feature or another product or it's another add-on. And the bills keep going up and the profit keeps going down.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where Kasper was born.
Kareem, when did you graduate from dental school?
2016.
I graduated in 2002, and it's just awareness. The amount of vendors dentists have to pay monthly is amazing. Yeah. I'm not talking about the total cost, right? I'm not talking about whether your overhead's $150,000. I'm talking about the amount of checks, virtual or real, that have to go out of a dental office. Yeah. Nobody tells you that in dental school. From the people who do the amalgam waste disposal to the recycling stickers to the payroll. So you made such a good point. Now, you're a problem solver. I love that your attitude of being positive, but also being a problem solver. Tell me about Kasper. What problem did you see and what problem is it helping solve?
So exactly what you just said. When we opened up our practice, we had 4 different companies that we were getting our voice over IP from, our online appointments from, our paperless forms from, our scheduling and analytics from, all great companies, nothing against the companies, but just 4 different platforms, 4 different costs, 4 different things that your team has to manage.
Right.
It was like, why is it 2021 and that these solutions are not all integrated into one affordable, easy to use platform? And that's what Kasper is about. We're voice over IP, paperless forms, online appointments, and analytics all in one platform. Awesome. For a really reasonable price.
And what are, Dental Nachos is a company that does a lot of different things. You said Kasper is different topics. What are most offices leaning forward about of those things you said? I'm just curious. Is it the paperless forms? Is it their voiceover thing? Just if you're a practice owner out there.
It's everything, Dr. Nacho, because, your voice over IP, if I can communicate with my patients and I can send them a simple text to pay, well, now voice over IP and communication is intertwined with my collections and my billing. And if I can make it easier for my patients to book an online appointment, well, that's going to help me increase the amount of patients I see and ultimately the amount of revenue that I produce. And that's the shift that we want dentists to really see, is that I don't want dentists to have to pick and choose. Hey, I can only afford voice over IP and paperless forms. But unfortunately, I can't be like the guy down the street that has the analytics and the online appointments. Why? Right. So that's why we came up with our pricing, $4.99 a month. You get all of these features, if you were to get.
I'm glad you said that, because we help dentists buy practices, acquisitions, and sometimes they're buying an awesome practice that's literally starting from scratch. They don't even have a computer in the office. So let's talk about that. You buy a practice, it doesn't have a computer in your office, you get your computer set up. So Kasper, for $500 a month, which is just $6,000 a year, helps you leverage all of these tools. And for me, who's a little older than you, Kareem, it's kind of like you have a team member working for you.
Absolutely.
Every day for $500 a month.
And with the scenario that you just discussed, actually, because I'm a startup founder, I just graduated from school not too long ago. So I sympathize with my fellow colleagues that are coming out of school with a tremendous amount of debt, which I know you talk a lot about on your page, so we want to support them. And you're always talking about how are we going to support them? So I'm going to be the first person to put, my money where my mouth is. And I'm going to support my fellow colleagues that are just graduating. For the first 2 years of your startup, we offer you all those services for $299 a month.
That's awesome. Yeah, and everybody, what's very interesting is it's like that really bonds dentists together, to use a term in both clinical dentistry and in emotions, because we all know how challenging it is to be a business owner, whether you've done it for 40 years or 4 months. So now walk me through, like I asked Josh, our dentist people, Kareem, they like details about the details. They want a bite wing of the bite wing. They want a CBCT of the CBCT. So let's say they text Kasper and they're going to find out a little more and they take this step. Just walk me through the intro process. Do they jump on a call with your team? Can they do a live demo? Tell us a little bit about that.
So they can go to our website, meetkasper.com. That's meetkasper.com. They can fill out a form to schedule a demo at their convenience. One of our team members will reach out to them. We'll schedule a demo. We'll understand what their concerns are, and we'll get them set up.
That's awesome. And you can have your office manager take it. One thing I encourage dentists to do is you don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to find out about everything yourself. I trust my office managers and team. Take demos, find out more stuff. We just had one with Dental Warranty, one of our sponsors. I wasn't on the demo. I had them on the demo. Leverage your team to find out more. I mean, I want you to share, you are such a great leader. We were texting on a Sunday once, I remember, before we met each other, about dental business stuff. Just share this. This hasn't really anything to do with Kasper or being this. Why is the office manager such an important role to you? And why do you compensate yours so well? You don't have to say what you compensate, but why do you find that to be such an important thing?
Well, because your office manager is your quarterback.
Yeah.
Without my quarterback, I can't win any games. When I'm in the operatory and I'm with patients and I don't know what's going on, and she supports me and she makes sure that everything is okay in our office, then I can rest assured that everything is going, up to speed. By the way, and I want to share, we pay our office manager $120,000 a year.
That's awesome. I think that's just fantastic.
And we do that because she helps us collect $3 million a year. So that's the best $120,000 that I can pay anybody ever.
Right.
So, I'm all about empowering dentists. I want to get them out of I need to cut corners here and I need to save money here and I don't want to invest in this. And then they go and spend $150,000 on technology that they don't even use.
Right.
They're going to use that money.
That is truly so dentist. TSD, that's so dentist. I say, oh, you're miserable. How about you get a consultant to help you be less miserable for $2,000 a month? They say, I can't do that. I say, what's that in the corner that's collecting dust? So that's a CEREC machine, so great, Green. Well, thanks so much for sharing. Hang around if you can. I'll bring everyone back on at the end. Really appreciate. Text Kasper 215-543-6454. You're really helping dentists become less stressed in a fun and positive way.